The United States of America has seen its fair share of presidents, 45 to be exact. Out of all the presidents, I believe that John F. Kennedy was the best. He lived in an era of change within the United States. He lived through drastic societal changes which were assisted with his support. In this speech, I will be discussing why JFK was the best president. But first, I'll discuss a little bit about him. John F. Kennedy was the 35th president of the United States. JFK was also the youngest president of the United States at a mere 43 years of age. Kennedy was a member of one of the wealthiest families in America, which helped assist in his congressional campaign. John F. Kennedy was a member of the United States Navy during World War II, where he won a Medal of Honor for assisting fellow troops to safety after being attacked by the Japanese. In the middle of a parade in Dallas, Texas, on November 22, 1963, John F. Kennedy was shot and killed. Now, what makes John F. Kennedy the best president? Here's a list. Besides the fact that he came from money, Kennedy had a well-rounded background and was loved by many Americans for his laid-back demeanor. The many presidents that came before Kennedy had a firm stance when it came to politics, while Kennedy was more approachable. JFK brought a youthful spirit back to U.S. politics that hadn't been seen before. Also, John F. Kennedy single-handedly ended the Cold War that had been going on since the end of World War II. Kennedy was able to convince the leader of Russia to dismantle the missiles that he was constructing in Cuba. And in return, Kennedy promised to not invade Cuba and would remove other missiles that the United States had in locations overseas. JFK's victory over Russia is known as the greatest accomplishment of his presidency, along with one of the greatest American victories. Kennedy created the Peace Corps while he was president. The Peace Corps is a group of younger Americans that go into third world countries or undeveloped countries and help assist them in literacy and other needs. JFK helped establish civil rights within a very unreceptive America. After sending troops to Mississippi due to a breakout of riots, Kennedy decided to endorse the March on Washington and establish a civil rights bill. Kennedy worked with the civil rights movement to end segregation to make it easier for African Americans to vote. Also, JFK helped bring America out of a recession. Kennedy cut taxes during his presidency. He also lowered inflation and the production rate rise. Kennedy also established a rapport with Latin American countries. He helped increase their literacy and also assisted in housing and tax cuts. John Kennedy signed the Equal Pay Act of 1963. This law ended discrimination against women based on their sex. The law accounted for major strides on diminishing the pay gap within America. To sum it all up, John F. Kennedy is not just the best president because of his youthful spirit he brought back to the White House. JFK ended the nuclear war with Russia. He fought for civil rights and for equal pay for women. John Kennedy was also a war hero and created legislation that assisted in bringing America out of a recession at the time. John F. Kennedy is unarguably the best president America has seen. Without John F. Kennedy's fight for equal rights in all of America, I don't think we'd be in the same place that we are today.